Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the Unapologetic Queen Show.
I'm Tylea.
I'm Christina.
And it's lit. We're sitting here with a really dope person that we've had the opportunity to work with. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, I'm Hustle Habib. I am the creator and the stylist of FLEXESSORIES, fashion for gods and goddesses where real bodies matter and melanin is gold.
Whew. Let that marinate, y'all. Let that marinate.
It's real though. That's just off the chest, you know. But it's what I stand by. That's my slogan. You're gonna see it on my bio. I got T-shirts.
Plug.
You said shameless plug.
You know, it's all good.
Well, we're happy to have you here today.
Yes, we are very happy to have you here today. So how we like to start our show is, how was your week?
How was my week? It's moving good. I've been feeling like I want to evolve a little bit more, a little faster lately. That's how I've been feeling. And I realize sometimes it's impatience. But I've really been still pushing forward and speaking it into existence. And I got a call today that lined up some work for me for the next 2 weeks. So it's, you know, you gotta just keep standing on what you talk about. If you feel something, you gotta make it happen some way or another. Keep talking about it, even if it's to yourself, out loud, but talk about it. So I'm feeling good. My week's going good. My weekend was fun. I got back from North Carolina on a fashion show. I went to a fashion show to promote just a little bit to support my young man, Akani. Y'all will see him with me in the future. He's getting out of college now. And I just had a real good time with a bunch of young black creatives, like fresh out of college.
Yes.
And still in college a little bit. They had clothes and dance teams, and it's just a good feeling. I hadn't been around that in a while. And, you know, I'm feeling great. The rest of the week is going to be good already.
Dope.
Right.
Yes.
Blessings on blessings. How about you, Ty?
It was a really good week, a very interesting week. Speaking of evolution, I feel like that just might be the vibe that's in the air right now. Because in my stillness, God was like, I need you to take a step back from a few things so you can go a few steps forward in other things. So get ready. And I was like, yikes. But you know, like you said, evolving. Sometimes it's impatient when you can't see what direction it is, but you know what you kind of want to do. And you know you got to speak things into existence. Yes. But you know, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So we'll see how that goes.
I know, that's right.
Over the weekend, I was in Philly. Because my friend Stephanie had her baby shower. She's on baby number 2.
Baby.
And she's over it. Like, she's like, I'm so ready for her to be here. Like, we're like, Stephanie, be happier. She's like, no, I'm ready for her to be here. But I got to see all my friends and my friends from home. And it's so dope to go back home and realize that your friends from high school, you're just as tight as y'all were back in the day. No matter how much you've changed and things like that. So it was great. I miss them. It makes me miss home. But alas, I'm here. And it's going to be a great week. It's going to be an interesting week. I'm looking forward to everything that is to come.
That's right.
And, you know, now I'm a slay. Slay me. Recognizing the slay, y'all.
Like
How was your week?
Yes. My week was good. I went to work. I did what I got to do. Which is a new concept for me, you know, going to work. So I feel like...
Welcome back, sis.
Right. Welcome back, for real. But I like work. My coworkers are dope, and I really enjoy them. Like, they really...
They're sweet.
I really enjoy them. Like, I can genuinely say that and not be like, I don't know about them. But
that's good.
That is great.
Yeah, that's difficult.
There's always that one, but you know, that's fine. It ain't no thing. But I enjoyed Easter weekend with my boyfriend and his mother. And it was cool. And we did some DC things, took her to some black-owned businesses. You know, shout out to Calabash. So we went to Calabash, went to Uprising, Spicy.
Evolve.
We went to Evolve, of course. Right.
He'll be like...
So, and that he took her to the museum. So, of course, you know, that's always a great thing to go to the museum. I didn't go, like, all the way through again. I just ate and left. I was like,
Sometimes it's too crowded.
Yeah. I can't wait till this hype die down.
Especially
y'all.
with the melanin deficiency.
you know,
I'm like, y'all just love seeing what y'all did to us. Dang.
right?
Like, y'all just love seeing what y'all did. Like, okay.
It's like, okay,
I forgot
remember
to say,
that.
an important aspect of my week, speaking of shady coworkers, I wanted to check a coworker on Friday, but I was like, you know what, it's Good Friday. I'm not going to do that. But I will see that ass on Monday.
Oh.
And that's exactly what I did on Monday. So I was proud of that because she knows typically confrontation gives me anxiety, but I was over this girl. She was doing a whole lot of Becky things, and I had it up to here.
It's time.
Yeah, it was that time, and she wanted to act dumb up, and I said, no. It's not about the X, it's about Y, and the Y is your tone. You should check that. I don't know how you talk to other people, but as for me in my house, it's not gonna work. We're gonna find another way.
Not here.
Becky.
Not today. Say it. Okay.
He said sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes it's time. Sometimes it's time. You gotta put people in check sometimes. It's all good.
What's a nice way that you do that? Because you know when you deal with so many people and personalities, how do you?
I deal
it's
with
hard.
a lot of people too,
Especially
because I'm
art
a
and
model
arts.
recruiter too.
Oh.
And I'm also a male in the stylist field.
Yeah.
And it's an anomaly.
Yes.
To more people than you think. So, or a straight male as a stylist. Yeah. And so I gotta advertise and be more open than I usually was growing up. But so I deal with a lot of people. Sometimes you just gotta be professional as possible. Sometimes certain people, I'm real good at it. I'm real good at talking to you without cussing. So if you can cut somebody up without cussing, you can be guilt free.
That's real.
That is real because
It's hard.
it's hard out here for a
hard.
man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be out here. I cuss really
Me
much.
too.
Me too.
And that's
It
just
just
me
pours out.
regular
Yes.
vernacular. Like
Yes.
Yes.
It adds
You
color
know?
to language.
I get on that. Some people get on me about that sometimes. I'll be like, I'm so in my 20s. Let me be like.
I just try to make sure I'm warm to people that I feel something good in. Like if I'm not feeling anything, then I gotta keep it moving. But if I feel like you worth some time, then I'm very open, and I try to provide warm energy. If I feel you're not,
You're not there yet.
Yeah. But
Right.
I like to keep good people. I like to keep good people
Around.
Keep good people around, and sometimes people do gotta get cut up. You gotta clear things up. I got a very small circle on the regular. A very small circle on the regular, if you could call it a circle. My friends, they've started having children, and it's beautiful. But my friends they're parents now.
Yeah. So things are different.
It's like once every couple months now, and it's odd.
Are you DC born and bred?
I'm Northwest DC born and bred, and I've been with the same people since 1998 when we was all 6 and 7. And my guys, they starting to have children now, and it's wearing on me a little bit. I be feeling solo out here, but it's all good. It's all good because I'm solid. I know they still got me. They know I still got them. Just growing. Growing.
That evolution of life. Circumstance change. You go from girl, come on, boy, let's go. We out to I gotta find a sitter. I gotta do this. I'm like, what is this chocolate? But
right.
You
I'm gonna get you these bottles for her birthday, okay? Yeah, like I'm gonna do what?
Instead of getting me a birthday gift, get something for the baby.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
I just,
It is different though. That I think no one talks about that aspect of life. Everyone talks about like, oh, when you graduate school or you learn your trade or your vocation. No one talks about how like your circles change. Like marriage is a thing.
Yes.
Like kids are a thing. Like all of that changes things.
Do your closest friends agree with your spouse?
That's important. I think people underestimate why that is important.
Man, it's so important. Oh, it happens. It happens, and it's
We know.
I've had situations where I've gained sisters, and then this other situation, I'm like, bruh,
Where you lost
is
the
this
homie.
a phase?
No, it's true. There's only one person whose spouse that I was just like, he here. Only one person who I'm like, and like you said, sometimes you gain, for us, like you gain a brother, and sometimes it's like,
Damn.
All right.
I don't know
You
what
for
happened,
real?
but
Oh, it's like that.
Like, you can't be for real. Not this one. But you know, you gotta. What I just learned was you gotta mind your business. Yeah,
Meet. Learn that. Learn that.
okay,
Learn that.
it's real hard sometimes though. You be watching them like,
Because you don't want to see them destruct. And the downfall of a woman tends to be a man and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like, man can turn your world upside down.
Can I talk about?
Can you talk about?
Not too long. Yeah.
On Facebook, I posted this morning. It just hit me randomly how good love can be such a distraction. It can it really can take you away from a lot of things that you was doing. You might have been a little less happy, so to say, but I feel like I would get more stuff done when I was single. Or I would see my folks more when I was single. Because when I'm in a relationship, I'm kind of really putting all my free time.
Yeah.
Yes. Like,
true.
I kind of have to peel myself away from the other half.
Yeah.
Because I'm an affectionate person, too. So, I don't know. It's always been an interesting dynamic. And, yeah, it's definitely... It can definitely keep you away from friends sometimes. And it's wild how relationships evolve as we get older. It used to,
I'm really trying to find that happy medium because at some point it gets uncomfortable even for you. You're like, okay, like I was out here, you know, and I was out here, like I was out here doing whatever I want whenever I wanted, and now I'm like,
what's happening?
That identity. You're like, wait a minute.
Like, I've been out in a month.
Right.
Like what was it?
And as someone who was good for a relationship, just because that's just how I am, like I gravitate towards commitment, I just remind myself daily, like, this is the youngest you'll ever be. And this person just better be worth your youth. Like, better be. Like, it just better be, which is why I take it more seriously than I did. Because I'm like, even the relationships that you know you only kind of halfway in, you got one foot in, one foot out. You like, they nice. Man. They're here. They cool. They're cute. Like, it's kind of one of those, like, you know, you're here. I used to do that.
I used to do that.
And
I understand it. I used to do it. You know, I just try to preach on what I talk about now is just not wasting time. Like how you talked about, this is as young as we ever gonna be.
Ever again.
Man, you gotta stand on what you want. And when you doing that seesaw back and forth with somebody because you kind of don't want to step with somebody new, that mess can be time wasting. And I've seen it like literally before my eyes. I've even had to like step back from some people because I'm like, you letting this mess happen to you. It's BS. You letting it happen, and you gotta watch it. You gotta set your standards and stand on what you talking about. Yeah.
It'd be, and like you said, time wasting. I don't think people realize that the time is not just wasted in the relationship. It's recovering from that too. And I think because like I'm like, well, for a minute I was in the middle of that process of like, okay, but this sucks you dry after a while. Like you can only pour into dead things so long, and the things about you that feed your soul, when you do take a step back from them, it's not as debilitating as it is from something that's literally sucking you dry. Like, I've been there. I think that's the reason I speak on it so passionately. Like, yeah, you wasted your time in there. You wasted whatever time you had, which is okay. But then that after effect, that's when because it's like, dang. Because you can't go back to what was. Because then you're doing that, and you know it's not good. But you're doing that out of familiarity. But you don't know what's for it. So then you got to figure out whether you even want to take that step. And then after you take that step, it's like, all right, now what? How do I redefine who I am now? Now that I have this experience, I'm not who I was because who I was changed by being with this person. How do I get back there? Do I want to get back? Like, it's just so many different ways. So many dynamics. It's crazy.
That individual growth is necessary, though. And that's what you got to tell people sometimes. Like this, you ain't got to call it a breakup, a separation, none of that shit. But I just need some individual. I need to grow as an individual right now, and you know, get back to what I know is what I need to do. We be knowing our missions. We be knowing our missions. We be knowing what we excuse my country talk right now, but we know what's happening, and we know what we supposed to be doing. And when we let other people get in the way, we be knowing that mess wrong. We gotta keep our foot on the gas we got to keep our foot on the gas.
So, what's your mission? What has Habib came here to do?
What?
Okay. When I speak on missions, I don't want to say it as if it's 100% clear. But what I'm supposed to be doing, one, I love bringing warm energy and like helpful knowledge to the room. I've always been what I call the hood psychologist. My folks have always come and talked to me about what they going through and what I like to call plain English. Mm-hmm. It really gets your solution. I got the solution to them. But I love being fly. I love helping people who are willing to be helped.
Oh no, that's a real.
That shit's exhausting.
Say that.
Keep repeating yourself.
And that's eventually where I gotta, snip, cut it. But so what I'm doing now is I make people feel good by making them fly, and I feel good about that. I gotta keep making the world feel good. That's what I'm feeling. It's a lot of I've always had good solid women around me who had some kind of self-esteem. They had lower self-esteem than I would like. And I don't like when women talk down on themselves or you got to make changes, not excuses. So I don't like when women talk down on themselves, so I really try to make people feel good, and especially the women. I'm my mother's only child. My mother, that was my best friend, and so I always used to make sure she's smiling. And so I'm trying to make sure all those ladies in the world are like that, like have a good feeling about themselves every day. Man, no man, woman, no woman, like. You gotta that self-love is so important. And it keeps you pumping. It keeps you pumping. Man, when you're not feeling right, you wanna be in bed and you can't get nothing done. And these people that got control over the world, they're gonna keep controlling the world. You gotta get out here and put your mark on the world. And you gotta feel good. And that's what I preach every day. It's Hustle Habib Self-Love Boot Camp.
I'm here for it.
All right, I'm so here for this.
Yes.
What was your self-love journey like?
Didn't get a lot of love throughout high school. I had a couple great brothers, and when I met my female best friend in 10th grade, and she knew that I had some spark in me. I had some good stuff in me, but she said, "You're not carrying it right." She said, "You gotta walk like you know you that. You gotta know you the shit." Yeah, and if you don't know it, nobody else is gonna know it. So when somebody talks to me and I'm like, okay, I'm smart, so I know when somebody's speaking something good to me. I was like, you know what, let's try it out. Start walking like I know I'm that, talking like I know I'm that. Not in an arrogant way, but just you gotta, I'm the best me, and I'm good, and I'm lovely, and I'm popping. So when I started walking with that, other people started feeling it. I started dressing better, started wanting to dress better. And I was always smooth, but I wanted to start dressing better and be different, stand out. And whatever I could do to stand out made me feel good. I've gone through plenty wild stuff, we all do. And I've had times where I felt helpless, and it's exhausting. That feeling is exhausting, and it wears on you. You don't want to talk too much. You just, it's an exhausting feeling when you feel helpless. So I kind of just I'm trying to put it into words, but I accept life for what it is. I try to, if I do have control over a certain situation, or if I can put my mark on a situation, I'm gonna do all I can and accept that I've done all I can and I feel good about it. I've had times where I couldn't get out of bed. I've been in, I've had an accident here or there. I was a young rowdy guy, so I've had some accidents here and there, and I woken up in hospitals, and I've just told myself, I really got to get my stuff together. And when you say that, you got to mean it. And so when you mean what you say, when you say something powerful and you mean it, you make moves on it, you'll feel good about it. So consistently, I'm doing that. Consistently, I'm setting goals, I'm knocking them down, and that gives me happiness with myself.
Gems, y'all. Gems, y'all. And like I think one of the most important gems that you mentioned was you're the best you. And I feel like right now, the way society is set up, everybody feels like they have to be a replica of somebody else. Like you cannot do that. There's nobody here with your gifting, your swag, your thought process, your tone. Like that, I don't like being, I don't know. I'm just somebody I'm an individual. And I have close friends, but I don't like being associated with other people because I'm still me. Like, it makes me sick to my stomach to be associated too heavily with other people because I'm like, no, they're dope and I'm dope, but we're dope for two different reasons. So, like, you can't, like, everyone needs to learn to just be the best version of you because that's the only way you're going to stunt. Like, you can stunt by you got to stunt on your own self.
Yes.
Like, yeah, that's the only thing we can do right is be ourselves.
Exactly. You gotta be the best version of yourself.
Yes.
We all, I tell guys, like, we all missing a patch in the beard here or there. We all not gonna look like the beard god on the commercial. I tell ladies, look, I see a stretch mark on everybody. On everybody. All right? And you really just really gotta love yourself. It ain't no way you gonna be able to fit in somebody else's body. And it's just not gonna work. You gotta learn to love yourself. If you got a problem with something, you gotta improve it as best you can. And we making changes, not excuses.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Changes, not excuses.
Yeah. How did you get in the fashion game? How did you?
Okay.
How many hats do you wear in this game? First of all.
Okay. Like a little bit when I spoke about starting to walk with my swag and talk with my swag and wanting to dress better. A lot of us DC fellas got locks. And so me being a dark-skinned fella with locks, I knew my clothes and my swag had to be stand out. So I had always been proficient on the internet. I turned into a serious online shopper. And with online shopping, my possibilities became endless. I am that internet hunter that you want. When you see something rare on the internet and it has no reference information, you want my number to send that picture to, because I'm going to get on there and find it. This is what I do. I used to do it with little trading cards in middle school, and then when I got to high school, it was just clothes for parties. And where can I find the best price for this and this? And my collection in my closet started growing and growing and growing. And no matter how much my father would tell me, you got too many shoes under your bed or you got too many clothes in your closet, I used to literally have a full-size XL tote with a mountain of clothes coming out of it. And I just really, they was all clean, but I really had too many clothes for the closet. So I've just always had a good eye for variety. I'm not a big fan of massive labels.
Yeah.
So not having a massive label, we're going to have to talk about my style. I figured out how to layer and color combinations, and it's just little simple. It's little stuff that you can call on me for, and I wanted to model because I was fly.
It's as simple as that.
I'm so here for that.
And I wanted to model, and I looked good in pictures. So in this day, I really didn't know how to do that. Just start off modeling. So I started hitting some internet links, but I wasn't getting the response that I wanted. I'm trying to be on these websites looking like a model. I'm trying to be on the beach somewhere, and in some Calvin Klein, something, quite possibly anything. Just fly me out and take some pictures of me. That's how I had it in my mind originally. It just wasn't working out. I had to start making my own platform. I had to go holler at some photographers. What's happening, bro? If you see I'm fly and you want to work with me, let's get it. I was looking for female photographers because female photographers, they'll tell you got a little piece of ashy nose right there, or you got a bug about to fall out. A guy, not completely, and I'm getting guys, it's all good. Guy photographers, it's all good. But a guy is not rushing to tell another guy, hey, bro, you would be perfect if you just wipe that off your nose right there. A female would do that for you.
That's real though. That's real. That's so real.
A guy, he won't tell you.
You're like, baby, let me get this.
Right.
Like, get the
Exactly.
little
That female be like, I'm not about to. Let's fix these pants just right. Fix that shirt just right. Get that off your cheek. So I stumbled on a female photographer. It helped me put my image more and more out. I started getting into jewelry. I wasn't always into jewelry, but I started seeing a couple cool ass people. I was like, them big rings tough. And I like that necklace. Let's see something about that. Let's see something about that. I started finding some hidden vintage rare jewelry, handmade jewelry, foreign jewelry in my online searches. I started getting it in. My my full-time job had some type of paperwork lapse. I'm out of work. I had to start selling some jewelry. I didn't know that it was going to turn into something. I was really just going to take my jewelry to Buffalo Exchange.
It's so real.
It's so real.
But somehow I left my wallet at home. And, they don't take anything without an ID.
That's true.
On my way home, I text a couple of my fellas a picture of my rings, and one of them said, I'll pay you $100 for them 4 rings. I said...
Say that.
Right.
Hey. I was like, all right, I'll be down there in an hour, bro. I made the FLEXESSORIES Instagram that day.
You better.
I started ordering some jewelry with that 100. Best believe, if anybody doing the entrepreneur thing is in the negative in their account, you are not alone. I was there. With that 100, I went into 120, but that 120 turned into a lot of fees because this was with the bank. And so I caught some L's in my growing of my business. $100 L. So I want everybody just, you gotta keep putting your best foot forward. When I finally started getting back on track, I got right back on track. You gotta keep hustling every day. Keep hustling every day. If it's something you want to do, keep hustling every day. I started trying to find dope people to put my jewelry on. Simple as that. Photographers, look, I ain't got no money for you, bro. I'm hurting too, but I can put some jewelry on you. You can walk out this shoot with some rings on, or maybe a necklace. So
bartering, man.
Bartering. It keeps the black community going forward.
That's how we rocking.
Okay.
That's how we rocking. I got to reunite with one of my brothers from a couple years ago in my life. My brother D'Angelo. He's my photographer. I make sure my man is gold down from the fingers to the neck to some fly shades. I make sure my man got some fly clothes on, and I take care of my folks. That's probably been the most important factor in my growth. Customer service is number one to me. I give people full undivided attention. It's probably what allowed me to be a good model recruiter, because people feel me when I speak to them. And it's
for real.
When it's real, it's real.
Yeah.
When it's real, it's real. You can smell when somebody you talking out your ass. You can smell it. No joke intended. But I've just been able to link up with good dope people, and they've allowed me to put fly stuff on them. I'm still trying to be a daggone model too. I need to get my workout regimen together. See, I need to stand on what I'm talking about. See, I'm talking about it, but I need to do it. I got P90X right in the house. Sometimes you ain't gotta go to the gym. Going to the gym wears me out. I don't like leaving the house sometimes. But if you get that DVD in the house and some determination, get you some water and a smoothie, get you some determination, do that workout, get that 6-pack you want.
For real though. First of all, can I speak on the fact that you really know what the hell you're doing?
Yes. I'm going to speak on it after. You go first. You go first.
Because you know that was my first shoot. That was our first real shoot. And I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know anything. And so I'm more concerned about like the clothes. And I was like, yeah, put this on. And they was like, I don't know. And he'll be like, all right. How about you try this? And they'd be like, okay.
Yes. And he was out here for the comfortability of the model.
Yes, and I had no idea that was a thing. Like, I'm just sitting here like,
he had me change clothes like 3 times. He had me change clothes like 3 times because I've like walked before, but I've never done photography before, so I wasn't that confident on Saturday when we were doing the shoot. And so he was like, you feeling this? And I was like, sometimes it's hard for me to say no. I'm not going to lie. Being a people pleaser is not a good thing. And he was like, your vibe is off. No, you're not. Wear this. And I was like, okay. He's like, it looks better, but with your shape, I think I got something else. Put this on. So like, it just takes so much, because I think I know from me watching ANTM, shout out to Tyra, right? You're just taught that the model is kind of like a prop. You just put on, whether it hurts, whether it's too small, whether it's this, whether that.
Exactly.
You take the L, you put it on. And so it wasn't until he said that, I was like, oh, I can say that.
Right. Models have feelings.
You better. You do have feelings.
He was like, your vibe is off. You don't want to wear that. I could tell. Change. He's like, no, it's okay. Change. Like,
and I was like, I really felt like I appreciated that, because I had no. Christina was like, I need to put this on them, and they need to wear this.
We gotta shout out both of them, okay? Yes. Shout out to Christina for putting together a dope photo shoot. I know we already shouted her out, but I'm shouting her out again. That was a lot of work. Yes. And shout out to you. Yes. Came to the studio, and then got in front of the camera.
Right.
If you're a photographer, don't sleep. Don't worry. We'll post the information on the social medias of where you can find my guy. Okay. He's popping. Yes, he went from literally dressing folk to get in front of the camera and just slay. I know what to do. Don't worry. I got it. I was like,
he said, I need no direction.
King of all trades. You better.
I'm trying to make it work.
You did.
It's good, and I truly appreciate y'all saying that. It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. I'm doing things that I was asking for a year ago, and now I'm asking for new things. And sometimes I feel too anxious, but you just gotta keep going. If you want to do that, you gotta do it the first time so you get better. Sometimes we be scared to do stuff.
That's true.
You just gotta do it that first time.
Sometimes you gotta go balls to the wall, as they say.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? I really wasn't supposed to do. That wasn't supposed to be for like the whole magazine. Like that wasn't supposed to be the cover and all this other stuff. It just ended up happening that way because I was gonna have art in the magazine. I wasn't gonna have photos. I had but then I had this vision after that artist fell through, even though she's a great artist, so like no shade to you, like life happens. But like everything that happened about that photo shoot was divine. Like literally, I met you on the bus the week.
Yeah. I remember when she said she met you, and Jessica had just called your name. Then she was like, and I was like, wait a minute.
Like, it was too much. I was like, okay, Jesus. So apparently I'm doing something right.
That's why when I met him, I was like, wait, I know your name. And you were like, okay, how?
Maybe.
And I was like, you were like, how?
It's so amazing. It's so amazing how things happen. Just sitting on the bus, and I was with my lady, but she knows that I like to speak to people. I feel vibes coming off of people. Charlie Murphy, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy said, talking about Rick James, you can see his aura. You can see that. It was all around. So I feel like I can see people's auras too, and at least feel it. And something told me to go holler. I just said, excuse me. Your hair's beautiful. I love your locks. They look like mine in middle school, and because I'm on my third set of locks now, and they thinner. And it wasn't necessarily on purpose that I wanted them thinner, because I'd have loved to have my thick locks back. But people used to talk about me, and they used to call me Medusa. And it's right before Lil Wayne took off. Because once Lil Wayne took off, probably like 04, 05, had to get locks. But just before 03, 04, they was like, nah, you need to cut them. So I cut them. And I don't want anybody else to feel that pressure without me going to tell them, nah, take it to the ankle. Because I'm taking these to the ankle now. You know, if the universe allows, I think it's looking good. Yeah. A lot of my brothers is hairline dropping back like a quarterback. But it's...
oh, no.
But
that is my main fear.
It's all good. It's life. It's life, and you know,
he
the
said
universe unfolds as it should.
Let them use you. Right. Your hairline.
Before we wrap up, because unfortunately we have to cut our show. That was a little bit short.
I was thinking like maybe 4 minutes, but okay.
But it's, you know, I don't want to ruffle the feathers, you know. So before we wrap up, I have a very serious question to ask you, not in like a but like you know, because of society's standards of masculinity, how do you feel in the fashion industry as a black man, and does that affect like your choices, and does that affect how people treat you?
Okay, I'll say that from the people that I have encountered, the work I have done, the range I'm in, the resistance that I get is from the fellas who are they understand, they think they fly as they supposed to be, but I can still help, and that's what I try to bring, and that's why I'm always bringing good energy, and that's probably the only resistance that I'm receiving as a stylist is fellas being like, all right, this guy's flyer than me. It's not easy to say. It's not easy to say unless you are just like a guy who knows you don't get into that. Like a couple of my brothers are like, bruh, here goes some hundreds, and then I go get they brick of clothes, and they be happy. But it's hard for it. The pride keeps a lot of people, a lot of guys that I'm encountering to give me that call back. Mm-hmm. Even though and it's not saying anything bad, because we had good communication. They holler at me and we talk, and I feel the love. But guys don't be wanting to make that second call. Women say, hey, I need you this weekend, or I need you today. We growing. Guys next. I just got a couple fly guys that I dressed for a shoot a couple weeks ago. It's all moving forward. That resistance, that doesn't bother me, and if it is more resistance, it's just challenges from the universe. That's how I'm moving and growing muscles.
Flex on them.
Flex on them.
Flex on them.
Let them know. Let them know. Okay. Let the people know where they can find you.
Mm-hmm.
Out.
You can find me. You can, well, in the streets, you're going to have to contact me. But FLEXESSORIES, and that's FLEXESSORIES.
It's like a song. Beautiful. You better say it with the melody.
That's on Instagram and FLEXESSORIES.com. That's www.FLEXESSORIES.com. Check my lookbook out. Check out all the fly pieces. You ain't gonna find too many. You're gonna find some lovely pieces in that double-digit range, and that's all I'm gonna say right there. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I really want y'all to check me out. I have another Instagram called Fearless District Fashion. That's where I put most of my styling. But if you follow any of my pages, it'll link you to the next one. I appreciate the love.
Hustle Habib. So happy to have you on. So happy that we're gonna work with you again.
Oh, for sure. I was like, I hope he doesn't know. I hope he realizes like he don't have a choice. We gonna be cool. We gonna be cool as it is.
Be friends.
Like we friends now. He's too dope. He's so dope.
Right, like and then your locks and the locks.
Yeah, they're goals.
In real life.
Like, I was trying not to stare. I know it was rude. I was just looking at him.
Right. I'm like, I
Shout out
can't
to
wait
my
to.
hairstylist, her Jasmine Reed. She is spectacular. She's been doing my hair since I was 19, and she doesn't even do other people's hair because she doesn't like it. She finds it annoying. But I have the most insane styles every other week because of her. Thank you so much.
Shout out to you, sis.
Shout out to you, sis. And with that,
we gotta roll out. Roll out.
Roll out. All right.
See you next week. Roll out.
I did that dumb shit.
What? Oh, restarted.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I was gonna be like, oh, you read oars? Tell us our oar from. I'm not gonna put my guy on blast.
See, that'd have tore me up.
I know. I was like,
I'm already blushing. That'd have tore me up. It's hard to put it into words, but I usually can. Like if I can see you walking or moving, or if I can sit right there, it's hard to put into words. But I'm around y'all. Let's just say that I'm around y'all. Y'all gonna be around me again.
that's a good thing. Hurts so bad. Ooh. I'm about to get him out. That's like I'm asking all the questions about wisdom teeth because I'm like, this is crazy.
You gotta
I know.
go.
This is crazy.
I just keep trying to ignore it. And I'm like,
But well, that's good because you have a higher.
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yes. Little hand up here, but that's all right. It looks good to me. It looks good to me.
You a thug, girl. You a thug. You got it.
yeah, this whole jump right here in the back is out. That's been out too. But then there's one.
I have a low mouth pain tolerance. I know that's very specific.
No. It's,
Oh no!
it's
Tooth
very-
pain shuts down the party.
That's how I am. And like, I'm like, am I crazy? Like, I've done a bunch of crazy stuff to myself.
but
Something
this-
about this mouth. Ooh, like a baby.
Crippled.
I just fall out. I need to get my
I know that's right. You'd be like,
Yes.
like, man, I can't come to work today. My mouth hurt. I'd be like, what?
right, don't let you have something going on in your mouth.